Hi there, it's Chrissy K. Rollins here, bringing you this week's recap of the 1099 Ladies Online Networking Meeting, where the focus was on sharing our favorite books, podcasts, and resources for business and personal growth and development. So here are the highlights from tonight's discussion. Now, I have to be completely honest. When I thought about this conversation tonight, I thought we were just going to share our favorite books, resources, and podcasts, which we absolutely did. And I'm going to drop some in the comments below underneath where you found this posted so that you can check some of those out. I'm going to mention a couple of them here on the recap too. But what I thought was super cool, in the fashion that women do whenever they gather, we brought so much more to the table. And I'm actually going to share with you the top tips as to why you should look to resources, books, podcasts, training videos, informational workshops on personal and business development. And here are the top reasons why they came through this conversation. First of all, let me say this isn't necessarily a why, but to make this even more beneficial, when you do turn to a podcast, book, or resource for personal or business development, we identified that it is extremely important that you not just take a look at the content, consume the content, but that you actually take what is suggested and put it to the test. You need to practice it. You need to experiment with it. You need to integrate it into your life, try it on for size, not just take the concept and carry it around with you. The way that they make a difference, if you're going to plug into these, is that you actually get to change your life, change your perspective, and do things a little bit different. So don't just read them, don't just watch, actually try out what is suggested in the resources that you do plug into. Secondly, we recognize that one of the great values that you get from plugging into personal and business resources is that you find out that you're not alone. Other people are facing and have faced similar struggles as you, and you're just not alone. When you can see that somebody else has been going through and has overcome challenges that you're facing, it helps you to know that you are human, you are doing everything just fine. It is just the point that you are in your journey, and you are not alone in what you're feeling, what you're experiencing. We also found that not everybody is meant to speak to everybody. I actually don't even recommend books to people very often, because I found that what I get out of it and what you get out of it might not land exactly the same. And it makes a big impact to me because that author had a voice that my ears were meant to hear and your ears might not be meant to hear. So if you do try out some of these resources, or if you have attended some personal development trainings in the past or business trainings in the past, you may consider doing it again, even if that one didn't resonate with you. So as you're weeding through these and as you're sifting through, it's important to find someone who has a message that is meant for your ears to hear. The last thing that we would love to mention about these great resources is that it is powerful to go back and revisit them after you read them, after you watch them, after you take some of those tools to your training ground and you start putting them to your test. Go back and rewatch, reread, revisit that information, because you are going to find that there is something new for you to take away from it. And if that was a voice that you were already hearing, if it was a message that was already speaking to you, go and see what you can unpack from it a little bit more. Okay, so that is what I wanted to bring to you on the recap. I am going to mention a few great resources that were on the top of the list. First of all, TED Talks. Check them out if you hadn't seen them already. They are full of personal and business development on various different subjects, various different speakers, various different styles, various different lengths of time. TED Talks, if you don't know about it, Google it, check it out. We also brought to the table personal development retreats, workshops, seminars. That is a great resource to plug into. Doing 5-minute journals. There's a lot of prompt journals that are out there, or different religious journals, or different spiritual thoughts that you can create new thought processes every day by taking a look at some bite-sized little miniature journaling time or devotional time throughout your day, or to start your day, end your day, or both. Another resource that was mentioned is The Secret. There's a book, there's a movie. Go check them out if you haven't yet. It doesn't seem to be so much of a secret, but we found that this has a way of breaking down a very elusive concept from multiple different angles, that you'll be able to see the scientific side, the religious side, the woo-woo side, the non-woo-woo side, to understand a very real experience that is happening in all of our lives. And the author has multiple books. The Power is the most recent one that I also recommend as well. I really, really love her books. And then I didn't write down the author, but there's a book called You're a Badass and You're a Badass at Making Money. Jen Cesario, I think is her name. Sorry if I got that wrong. I didn't jot it down, but she is a really great resource for telling you like it is, posing everyday struggles and challenges that you'll run into, helping you to identify those blocks and showing you how you can get them out of your own mindset and what happens within the way that you see and view yourself and your relationship with yourself and your relationship with money. And another great resource that was brought to the table were a couple of classics. Jim Rohn is a great legendary speaker, motivational trainer, as well as Tony Robbins. He's definitely a big name in the personal development arena, and he's someone that has very, very high energy, very driven type personality. So if you'd like to be amped up, Tony Robbins, definitely check him out. And another classic that I just had to mention is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Classics like that are classics for a reason. They are powerful, they are effective, and they are universal through time and through people. So I hope that that gave you some great resources. If you have some other great resources, drop them in the comments below. I'm also going to drop a few more that I can have here that I'm going to copy and paste for you. And yeah, join us every Tuesday, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. We meet online. 1099ladiesnetworking.com. You can find out more about the local chapters, and you can also join us on Facebook at 1099 Ladies Networking to catch full replays of tonight's meeting and past meetings, along with recaps of past meetings as well. And you can also connect with other 1099 ladies. If you have any additional thoughts, again, drop them into the comment. Let's keep this conversation going, and consider joining us next Tuesday and every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. We'd love to connect with you. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.